This might honestly be one of the most incredible races I have ever done, and not just because of good moments. It's a kind of race that it's almost impossible to put into words. It was a daily race at Interlagos and the gaps were razor thin, practically non-existent. I was battling against someone who has set the fastest lap time in the world on the leaderboards, and right behind me was a world champion. But what's about to happen and what are you about to see is something I don't think can even be explained with words.
This one isn't going to be easy. Well, none of these races were actually easy today. Like, every race that I had today was difficult. Like, really difficult. So, I'm not expecting this one to be easy at all. Especially looking at the names in this lobby. It's just absurd.
And I mean, any other race before this one was absolutely absurd. I was just trying to find any kind of pace, but when you look at the leaderboards, most lap times are separated by just 1/10 of a second, sometimes even less. And this is really incredibly difficult because it's almost impossible to make any kind of real difference. So with the slipstream set to custom, as I said before, it's nearly impossible to pull away from the rest of the field. So I really focused on staying as close as possible to Niklas, also known as Flexi. And he was right there in that Lamborghini and really setting the pace. And I gotta say it was not an easy task following him.
Okay, keep it up. I guess just keep it on the road here. Oh, okay.
All in all, I managed to stay fairly close to him, though not exactly where I wanted to be. Every time we hit the straight, especially on the first lap, I was able to close the gap a bit. And that actually worked out really well for me, because it did help me to stay in the fight. At the time, he was ranked P1 in the world on the leaderboards, and being in the same race with him definitely pushed my limits. The Lamborghini is well known for being very tough to handle, and when you make even a small mistake, the car tends to snap sideways. I think that just gave me just about enough breathing room to stay in touch with him and even close the gap a little bit more.
And then the Lamborghini strikes with oversteer. Nice exit again. Yeah, it's very important to have a good exit out of the last corner, because you carry that speed down the whole straight and you can get a lot of time if you get a good exit.
And the speed and a clean exit out of the final turn definitely made a difference for me, and I was able to stay very close to P1 and even get the fastest lap time of the race, which was a 32.5, but only briefly. Still, that lap was quickly beaten by a world champion who was right behind in the NSX, with a tie-in just about a tenth quicker than mine. Even so, I managed to stay close to P1 and I was right on the back of the leader. I knew I had to keep on the pressure if I wanted to make any kind of result stick and if I actually wanted to make any kind of real work here. Heading into the next lap, I got really close, but the thing is that if we start fighting too early in the race, it could backfire. The back right behind might close in, and instead of battling for first and second, we would end up scrapping up for maybe top 5 or even the top 10 finish here. So that's never ideal here. I stayed very close, and I actually decided to give a little bit of a bump draft. Just a slight push, nothing too much. And of course, I stayed glued right on the back of that Lamborghini for the next couple of laps. But unfortunately, in lap 5, he started slightly pulling away, and just when I thought I would close the gap, I got a slight hit.
Oh! Damage. I get away now.
At that point, he really started pulling away. Unfortunately, I had picked up a bit of damage, and the gap kept growing. That pretty much compromised my race, and I started thinking that P1 might slip out of reach. Still, I put together a very solid next lap and managed to stay closer to him than I expected. Then, about just one lap later, he got into the pits. So I decided to follow him in. And the big question in this race came down to whether to change or not to change the tires. And that's where the real strategies started to split. I went for the tire change, while the few drivers behind me decided to skip it. And I think this is where the real party started.
Is he going in? Yeah. You know what? I'll change the tires now. I'll change the tires because I know that if he changes and I don't, realistically I have no shot of. Yeah, Valerio didn't change. Lexi changed it. Oh, nice. Oh, nice. Let's see now. It's going to be interesting, I think.
And it definitely was. As we came out of the pits, I was just about a second and a half behind them. Valerio was on used tires, while Nicholas had gone for a fresh set, and the difference was immediately clear. They started battling almost right away, and with that kind of mismatch, it was only a matter of time before something happened. When two drivers are that close, especially on different strategies, things can get intense. And they can get intense pretty fast. And unfortunately, situations like that rarely end cleanly.
Oh. Ooh, okay. What is going on there? Looks like I will take that third place now. And, well, realistically now I'm chasing P1. Because now P1 still has to pit. And I have fresher tires than him. Well, actually much better tires than him. I'm starting to think that changing the tires is not a bad idea. Ooh, and that's a big penalty. Oh, I didn't even realize. 1.5, that's... Realistically, that's like 3 seconds. Okay.
And just like that, one of my biggest rivals in this race got cleared out. In a race like this one, getting a penalty is brutal. It's extremely difficult to recover and win the position back. The track limits are unforgiving too. Even going slightly wide can land you a time penalty. So for the next lap, I locked in and focused completely on chasing the leader. And going after the world champion in any race is not an easy task. But this time, I had a real advantage. My tires were much fresher. I knew this was my moment just to start making some moves and see if I could actually get a win here.
I don't think he will be able to do much. I'm not sure about the top speed of that NS6. I think my car has a bit more top speed. Yet. We don't know. We will see. Hello, Tom. And no, please tell me it's not a penalty now. Got it. Oh, that's like a big one.
And now I definitely had to make a move because Flexi, or Niklas, is getting closer. And I know in a race like this one, we are just going for the win here, and no one is going to ease off, even though they're on slightly worse tires than me. So in this case, I had to go for it and really try to push and see if I could get a win here.
Well, I got much more grip. I mean, it's not over yet. I'll try to cover the inside. Oh, okay, let's get away now. Let's get away now. Oh! Whoa, what is going on here? What the?
And of course, I had to double check what happened, but it seems like nothing major occurred in this one. It was just one of those cases where classic bumper-to-bumper effect kicks in. And unfortunately, I ended up being the one who paid the price for it. To make it even worse, it definitely didn't help my pace or the position. But even with all of that, it definitely wasn't over. I had to reset my focus and really start thinking about chasing down the leader. Again.
Like, wonderful. Like I'm minding my own business and then all of a sudden I'm gonna hit. Wow, okay, okay. Wow. Wow. No. Like, what the? Bunsta is in the lead now. Like, what is going on with this race? I got damage. I missed braking points. I mean, it's very usual, I guess.
And after such a streak of bad luck, which is almost impossible to put into words, I found myself back in second place. And honestly, you just have to watch the race to believe it. And technically, I was in second place because the leader still has to pit. Now, it was a beetle in front of me, and I knew overtaking it would be anything but simple. The car's aerodynamic efficiency makes it really tough to pass. So at this point, I'll just leave it to you. Watch what happens and, well, you be the judge.
I gotta overtake now. I mean, that beetle is giving me nice slipstream. Beetle is quick. No! I thought it was going to be a win. Like, I saw my name, I saw it changing, and then, like, it seems like today, I just can't get a win. I had the lead, I was pushed from the lead. I had a lead again, I guess, and then... Never mind, but what happened here today?